Hey, beautiful people, and welcome back to Mondays with Mondene. This is where we dive deep into life, love, liberty, and democracy, and now more than ever, truth. I'm your host, Edie Mondene, and tonight we're facing the question that I know is on the heart and minds of a whole bunch of folks right now: restoring trust in systems, people, family. The power of a unified America, our democracy, our communities, and our collective future depend on this very important and vital conversation about trust. So let's get started. There's a fragility in our foundation, trust in America's systems of governance, and justice is rapidly eroding. And our foundation, justice, equality, and freedom, it feels increasingly fragile. And this is not a new phenomenon, but a long brewing crisis. And if we're to restore our nation, it will require the unified power of we, us, all the folks, the people. Because it's only together can we bring back balance to our society and restore respect for America's ideals as a resilient and reverent and revered nation. But we can't begin this journey without confronting the painful truths about our past. We got to learn, folks. America's foundation is built on the enslavement of Africans and the violent colonization of indigenous lands. These atrocities scar our history, and they cannot and they must not be ignored. History even suggests that the African community may have been among the original settlers of this land. This, if true, underscores the enduring resilience and contributions of African civilizations. The struggles of the oppressed, despite enduring an unspeakable harm, oppressed peoples have shown remarkable willpower. Indigenous communities fought to preserve their way of life against colonizers. Enslaved Africans endured unimaginable suffering, fighting for survival and the recognition just of their own humanity. People, these struggles planted seeds of mistrust, particularly amongst African Americans, towards systems that perpetuated inequality and did nothing but harm. Oh, but the immaculate Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. warned us about this evolution of struggle. He said the fight would move from these kinds of civil rights to human rights, and it would be a global call for justice, dignity, and equity. Dr. King envisioned an unsettling force, a coalition of voices and powers that rise from the melting pot of America. And this force, rooted in diversity, would be the catalyst for a global transformation. People, America's strength and potential for renewal, despite its failures, has always strived to embody the ideologies of freedom. Its strength lies in its diversity, in the amalgamation of stories, traditions, and struggles that define its true essence. That same diversity holds the key to its renewal. The power to transformation comes from the empowered. And we the people, my beloved brother, sister, all y'all, we are empowered. Our Constitution makes it clear that ultimate authority rests not in the government, but in the people, which is you, me, and folks at the knee. It's time to remind those in power that we hold the keys to change, not just through voting, but by reshaping the very fabric of our nation through its societies. my beloved brother, and there's a call to action. And when we stir from the bottom, dude, everything and everyone rises. This isn't just a metaphor. It's a movement to restore trust and rebuild our nation. We must harness the collective power of the marginalized and the privileged, the oppressed and the allies, the dreamers and the realists. It is then and only then that together we can realign this country with its founding ideals. Let us honor the resilience of our past while embracing the possibilities of tomorrow. This our moment to yield power wisely, courageously, and with a vision for a future rooted in freedom, equality, and true justice for all. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Mondays with Mondanet. And I want you to remember that the power to restore trust and rebuild a unified America, it rests with us. And let's rise to the challenge and make it happen. And until next time, stay inspired, stay engaged, and stay united. So there you have it. The beat goes on. The rhythm of democracy is still alive and kicking. And we got to do it together. So stay tuned. And thank you for joining. I need to do special shouts out. You know I got to do that. Our sponsors are never happy until we mention their name. Post Shines, not just a restaurant, but a beloved institution right here in the Kenton District. Not just another place to eat, but the place to eat. Visit them at 8139 North Denver for the best soul food this side of the Willamette. And, of course, there's Aunties and Tonties Daycare Services, a trusted space for our community's little ones. Adorn Electric, hey, they light up our lives and they're lighting up this set and supporting this podcast. And I'm grateful for their partnership. Visit us here at Celebration Tabernacle on Sunday mornings right here in Portland. I want to do a special thank you to our production team, Deion, Robin, Andy, and Paul. Not one of them is bigger than the other, and they all stand what tall. Let's keep the conversation going. Share this episode and follow us on Facebook right behind me, and on YouTube, you know the deal, and help us spread the message far and wide. Remember, democracy is in your hands. We the people have to shout it out. Shout it out, and it'll be heard. You know, I talk about a lot about knowing where you came from to know where you're going. Well, I came from the projects of St. Louis, Missouri, and I ended up into the majestic mountaintops of Portland, Oregon. It's been a wonderful journey, and Lewis and Clark took that journey from St. Louis to Portland, and I took it too. It talks about who I am, and as I'm with you often in the in cyberspace or on websites or on the, what do you call it, social media, I want you to know a little bit about me and who I am. This book talks about my fantasies, my failures, my triumphs, and more than that, it talks about the resiliency of being able to continue to go forward regardless of the odds. I'd get a copy. It's called From Maladies to Melodies. And I hope that you enjoy it and give me some feedback. God bless.
Hey, it's time for you to come to Post Shine. Check out that catfish sandwich. Oh my goodness, is that the shrimp po' boy? Man, look at that chocolate chip cake. Man, I need to get over to Post Shines at 8139 North Denver right now because this food looks delicious. Or call if you'd like, 503-978-9000. And don't miss it, you'll be sorry.
In times gone past, we find ourselves making excuses so that people reminded, ooh, I've got to get home and tend to the brand new missus. I need some time alone. Can't just wait until I finish texting on my phone.